I feel like I had a really good father. I have a great father, as he's still living.
Mr. Big Luther.
Yeah. Who I am named for. So I'm not a junior because I have one of my maternal grandfather's names as well, but I'm named after my dad. So that's why I have what some would say is an older name, Luther, or what have you, but I take pride in it. In my family that I grew up, to differentiate, they called me Doug or Douglas, which is my middle name, so that when they called for Luther, they knew who they meant. When I went to middle school, actually, I was going to keep Doug as my name, but there was a kid in my middle school class named Douglas Austin. And of course, on the roll, Austin comes before Weathers, so he got it. So then I became affectionately known as Luther from then forward. I take pride in that name. But I think I had a great father growing up and mother as well, but I had a great father. He taught us a lot of things. He was very stern. He's very loving, but it don't come off in hugs and kisses and telling you I love you. It's, making sure that when he say he gonna come pick you up, he's there. And making sure that did you eat? Or like he used to do this thing with my older sister that I didn't know about. Whenever he would go to the store at nighttime, even after her bedtime, he would go sneak in her room and ask her what she wanted from the store, and he'd bring her back candy. He just do stuff like that. He was the kind to teach you what he knew. So I learned a lot. My dad he knows a lot of stuff.
He's a lot of stuff about a lot of stuff.
Yeah. He's probably the best house Jeopardy player that you could ever want. So historical facts, especially African-American or Black history, however you want to call it, knows a lot of that stuff. Gave me my love for history. Just listening to things. I can remember one time, I can't remember the radio station, but I used to have Black History question of the day, and he knew the answer. And me and my sister was like, go call. And he called and answered the question, and he won. And then he didn't go get his present. So then he was like, he don't like getting gifts. So he didn't go get his award. So then our little sister was like, you won a thing, go get your thing. So it was like, I don't know how long later. It was a long time. We went to the radio station. He goes in there and gets his award, and it's a 6-pack of Coke. And I think me, him, and my sister, we drank that 6-pack of Coke on our way back to, he picked us up at the school, and we were going to go to his maintenance shop. He worked for the most of the time of my conscious life as a maintenance technician at various apartment complexes around Guilford and Davidson in Forsyth County, or what have you. And so my little hankering of tilling around the house, or what I know about working on cars, mechanical, electrical, whatever things that I do know about this stuff, it came from him, tagging along with him whenever he got hired to do a job, a small job or a big job at somebody's house. I would go with him and meet a lot of people that I didn't know he knew, or people that knew of him, or refer him. So Star Mountain, Adams Farms, and places I had never heard of or seen. I'd be going there and big old houses, spiral staircases and all this stuff, and meeting and talking to people who I wouldn't know that this was a councilman or this was a lawyer or a doctor or a dentist or whatever kind of influential person. I met a lot of people growing up, had no idea who I was meeting or talking to, but, just things like that. So
that's what I call your dad the mayor and you the mayor junior, because y'all don't know any strangers anywhere we go here in Greensboro.
Yeah. But a lot of what he tried to do is he made sure to know that, family comes first. You treat your family, especially the people that you grow up in the house with, you treat them better than you treat anybody. He taught us to be responsible, tell the truth, be accountable for your actions. He was a disciplinarian, of course. Well, everybody thinks I'm big.
Well, you are big. How tall are you?
I'm 6'3".
And how tall is your dad?
Well, growing up, he was about 6'6". He was 6'5" and some change. He was a large person, and he shrunk a little bit now because, of course, he's older. If I'm in my 40s, he's in his 70s. And so he shrunk a little bit, but still a large man, so big booming voice. He wore an afro.
His blooming shoes.
Yeah. And a strong beard. And so he had a strong appearance, strong voice and presentation. But if you get to know him, you'll know that a lot of that is just God-given, but, there's a teddy bear inside of there.
Yeah.
And the soft part is you got to get past all of that, but the soft part is there. And if you're someone who's in his heart, you always have access to the soft part. But fierce protector of those that he loves and cares for. I tell a story of the time I was playing football, and They did an onside kick, and I was on the front line, and everybody comes down. If you're familiar with football, when they do onside kick, it's desperate. They come down and they kick in and they diving in, or whatever. And I happened to be the gopher that day. They kicked it to me. I covered the ball up, and they was trying to get it out. And somebody came through. I don't know if it was an arm, a helmet, or a foot, whatever it was. It hit me square on my hip, and I bruised my hip real deep, and I was hurting, and I was trying to get out of the game. And the coach was like, "Go back in there. You're okay." And he saw me put my fist up, though, pat it out. He saw me try to pat out. And he saw the coach try to tell me, wave me back on the field. And he was coming down them stands. And all I could see up there, when I heard the commotion, my older sister, was hanging on his arm, trying to get him to come down. And he was coming down there talking about, "Get my son off that field." You saw him try to get out the game. Woo, woo. And I remember my coach ran on the field as far as he could to get a timeout, to get me to sub out. I mean, that's just showing just how fiercely he's willing to protect those that he loves and cares for.
Thank you for listening to the story from the Institute for Family Shine On North Carolina campaign. Hear the full story and discover how you can share your own by visiting our website at shineonnorthcarolina.com.